Say what you want about Grand Theft Auto 5's story and the three protagonists Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, but it was a solid experience, compared to other open world games that legitimately try to duplicate the Rockstar experience, which it's not usually done that well. Now, even though I was personally let down by Grand Theft Auto 5's story, I was looking forward to the single-player DLC that they promised to come afterwards. Remember, this is the publisher that created the fantastic Undead Nightmare DLC for Red Dead Redemption, and also the two story expansions for Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and the Damned. Myself and many consider these single-player story-driven experiences some of the best ever made, so expectations were extremely high for the Grand Theft Auto 5 one that was going to be coming. Based on the few endings of Grand Theft Auto 5 and some of the images that did get released after the game released, it seemed like we would be following a story centered around Franklin, in Las Venturas or San Fierro, or maybe even both. But whatever it was going to be, it was axed, and today one of Rockstar North's producers and chief designers did an interview with Game Informer going over that choice, and it's quite interesting. Now, there's much more to this interview that we will be breaking down tomorrow at noon Eastern time, so make sure to give that a look. But to the specific question and answer I want to go over, it starts off with Game Informer saying the following: with both Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar made excellent dedicated single-player campaign-style expansions in episodes from Liberty City and Undead Nightmare. Grand Theft Auto Online has integrated narrative elements for setting up criminal enterprises, but most of the tales generated from Grand Theft Auto Online are more emergent in nature. Was it a tough call to move away from more scripted experiences, or do you view this as a natural evolution of open-world design toward giving players more agency over their playing experience? Now, the Rockstar producer responds with this: no, it was not really a conscious decision, it's just what happened. Well, let's just be honest, Grand Theft Auto Online is what happened. But he continues on with, we would love to do more single-player add-ons for games in the future. As a company, we love single-player more than anything, and believe in it absolutely. For storytelling and a sense of immersion in a world, multiplayer games don't rival single-player games. Well, he continues on with, Grand Theft Auto 5, the single-player game, was absolutely massive and very, very complete. It was 3 games in 1. The next-gen versions took a year of everyone's time to get right, then the online component had a lot of potential, but to come close to realizing that potential also sucked up a lot of resources. And then there are other games, in particular Red Dead Redemption 2. The combination of these 3 factors means for this game, we did not feel single-player expansions were either possible or necessary, but we may well do them for future projects. At Rockstar, we will always have bandwidth issues because we are perfectionists, and to make huge complex games takes a lot of time and resources. Not everything is always possible, but we still love single-player open-world games more than anything. I don't think you could make a game like Grand Theft Auto 5 if you did not like single-player games and trying to expand their possibilities. So to be completely honest, I'm not sure how much of this I can truly buy. I get that Rockstar Games needs a reason for not delivering on the Grand Theft Auto 5 single-player expansion, but this seems like a lot of excuses. I mean, I love Rockstar Games, but the truth is the online is what happened. The success of it and the millions and millions of dollars is what happened. Like any smart business, they went all in on it once they saw the money pouring in. Pretty much Rockstar says Grand Theft Auto Online, upcoming games like Red Dead Redemption 2, and the next-gen release are to blame for not getting the expansion. And the Rockstar producer also adds because of these 3 factors, it wasn't necessary nor possible, which I can't really believe. Rockstar insiders like Yan2295 have reported over the years that this single-player expansion was about 60 to 70% done before it was scrapped, with a lot of the mocap, tech animations, and voiceover already finished. So clearly this was a thing that Rockstar Games was working on, but something changed, and that was Grand Theft Auto Online. Let's just honestly admit it. This has been their main attention, and it's not surprising. This statement felt more like Rockstar was defending their empty promise. We get it, Grand Theft Auto 5 was a huge game, saying it was 3 games in 1 is a little much, but I understand why this comment was made. It was to imply Rockstar already delivered more than your typical open world game. Now, this is also a publisher that has multiple game studios and employs thousands of game developers, so if they wanted to make a Grand Theft Auto 5 expansion, it would have happened. They had the resources, they do. My guess is when the expansion got scrapped, all the assets like the vehicles and new modes were released in Grand Theft Auto Online as DLC slowly over time. This expansion existed, it's just that Rockstar felt from a business perspective it made sense not to finish it. The future of Rockstar Games is certainly something that many of us question, as for sure the single player is no longer their main attention. It's the multiplayer that has generated probably actually billions of dollars now with just one single game. Rockstar Games' main attention will be Red Dead Redemption 2 soon, but saying that was one of the reasons why they couldn't release a Grand Theft Auto 5 single player single-player expansion is kind of mind-puzzling, being how huge this company is, and also that Rockstar San Diego is the main developer on Red Dead Redemption 2. Sure, Rockstar North is assisting on Red Dead Redemption 2, but this is a huge studio that could have dedicated the time within the last 4 to 5 years on that. Either way, the GTA 5 single-player expansion is officially dead. And one thing I do believe from what this Rockstar producer said is that the doors are not closed on single-player expansions from Rockstar Games. Red Dead Redemption 2 could have one, and my guess would be an Undead Nightmare sequel or something in that nature. Certainly this is something that would benefit the multiplayer and single player. This would also allow Rockstar Games to add in all of their crazy ideas like alien weapons or unicorn horses in DLC, which you really can't add into the main game without compromising the authentic Western experience. If there is to be any single player expansions in future Rockstar games, it will surely benefit the multiplayer. For Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm just not quite sure Rockstar felt it was worth it. It seems like, looking at it from their perspective, it would have cost too much time and money, something that they eventually realized, which is why a lot of the assets were slowly over time salvaged by releasing in the current Grand Theft Auto Online world. One of the only arguments I think that could be made about this whole ordeal and apparent lack of resources is if all is not well at Rockstar Games right now. Remember, Leslie Benzies was fired from the company in 2014, which also led to many key Rockstar North employees leaving as well. It's also led to a nasty lawsuit between Leslie Benzies and Rockstar Games and Take-Two. It's also been said that a lot of Rockstar San Diego employees have left the company in recent years after being burnt out following the development of Grand Theft Auto 5. The amount of turnover is something to be nervous about, but I still feel the goals at Rockstar Games are the same: to deliver something special. The quality will always be there, but the type of games we get in the future may be something completely different than past experiences. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is the next Rockstar game, and it will tell us a lot about the future of this company. Anyway guys, what do you make of Rockstar's reasoning for canceling the Grand Theft Auto 5 single-player DLC? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as usual, thank you for watching. Make sure to smack that like button if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing to stay up to date on everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Rockstar Games, and remember, Outlaws to the end.